Stop. If you are considering taking a loan for your business, you need to hear this video first. I'm Staci Millard. I am a CPA, 15 years in accounting, watching the ins and outs of all the different businesses. And now I am a profit strategist and business coach, and I am pouring into small businesses, and I have something so important to share with you today. I spend my time doing what's most important. I know when my creative juices start flowing, I need to get all the videos out for you. So I want you to know I'm your best friend. I'm here to be casual. I'm in a sweatshirt. And you know what? It's okay if you're scared of numbers, and it's okay if you're scared of talking about financing, but we're friends. So I really hope that you listen on in this video and that you really take this advice and consider how it applies to you. Okay, so this is what you need to know about taking a loan for your business. I'm not talking about loans in terms of I'm expanding. I'll do another video for you on loans about expansion. But if you are having trouble in your business and you're considering taking a loan to kind of bridge the gap, this is what you need to do, okay? You need to ask yourself, how did I get to a place of needing this loan? This question is so important because if you don't know what you did to get here or what happened environmentally to get here, you will also never get out of needing the loan. Okay? So is it a one-time event that got you here? Right? Perhaps it's a global pandemic and a shutdown that we never expected. But maybe it's not. Maybe it started before a pandemic. Maybe it started with declining customer numbers or, an online competitor who was drawing people away because they had lower prices. Maybe people just weren't shopping your product or service as much as they used to. Maybe the industry in general is decreasing. Maybe you're a tanning provider where all of a sudden there's a regulatory change that happens that people are now scared to use your service. I'm asking you to think of what happened that got you here. And the reason that I do that is because it's also going to allow you to think of how you're going to get out of the loan. Because if you haven't done that, you will not be able to see yourself to the other side. Something has to change within your business to be able to do better in the future, to be able to have more ease for yourself, to be able to have more profit. Something will have to change. If things have been heading downhill and the bills have been stacking up, the loan will only be a temporary fix unless something changes. It'll just continue to get worse and worse. And that is not what we want. We need you, and we need your small business, and we need your mind and your desire to serve your community. We need you. So here's what you need to do. You need to understand and make a plan for how your business is going to change. Okay? So going back to maybe the tanning salons, marketing yourself out of a regulatory change like that is not going to work. Marketing more of something that's already not selling isn't going to help you. But maybe you can bring in something that's similar that people really do want. Maybe you start bringing in spray tans instead that are a safer alternative, or maybe you bring in some infrared therapy, right? So you start getting creative and you use the money from this loan that you're getting, yes, to pay off some of those old bills. You need to create that space, but you also need to be reinvesting your money in a way that you're going to be able to start realizing those profits again and work your way out of the hole that had been dug. It is absolutely important, okay? How is this loan going to allow you to improve your business beyond just making the pressure go away? Because what causes the pressure isn't going to change unless you do that intentionally. The other thing that you need to consider is that eventually you're going to have to pay this loan back. That means that if you weren't generating enough revenue to pay your bills at the space you were in before, now, yes, you've bought yourself some time, right? The rent isn't built up to pay anymore. You've got vendors paid off, but now every month you have those same bills that piled up before, and now you have an extra loan payment. So you really, before you go ahead and get the loan, really consider what you're going to do with the funds and how to get yourself to a place that you're going to start generating more revenue and more profit. Really consider what's going to drive more profit to your business so that you can use the loan proceeds not only to create the space, but also to start seeing yourself shift into that area of success that I absolutely know that you can achieve. If you know that your biggest sale months are coming and you just need to bridge the gap until then, that's amazing. But also consider, okay, my best months are coming, but how can I do even better than last year? What can I sell? Can I purposely upsell clients? Maybe you're a retail store and Christmas is coming and you've never asked them like, hey, do you want to add in a pair of socks? But maybe that's something that you do this year because you know that your business is made to serve and that you need profit in order to maintain your business. People will say no if they don't want it. Asking isn't going to hurt, right? So maybe it's something like that where you're just looking to increase the sale per customer a little bit more. Maybe there's something you can add on that will make those better months even better. But absolutely, before you take a loan, you need to consider how you're going to change things. And here's the number one reason why. Let's say it doesn't work out, you take this loan. If you walk away from even more debt than you have right now, I know it's going to be on your heart. More importantly, a lot of small business loans are tied to your personal credit, or they even might come with personal guarantees. And through the pandemic, I know we don't like talking about it, but through that time, I saw some businesses who actually did make a decision and they said, you know, the industry that I'm in is really struggling and it's just not worth my effort anymore. I can make more money elsewhere. I'm gonna decide to close this business. But if you make that decision down the road with a personal guarantee, now you personally have to pay back more funds. So I want you to make sure you're going to be able to make the most use of them before you get them. Not to mention the psychological effects that come with having that debt, right? When that number starts stacking up, it adds more pressure. And as we add pressure, we don't always act. Our stress selves aren't our best selves. We don't act as our best selves. Like we can't make those decisions well when we have that much piling up. So I'm asking you, please, before you take a loan, put in the effort to really make sure, just like that conscious thought in being very intentional so that you know that that loan is going to do for your business exactly what you hope it's going to do, create lasting impact. I hope this video helped. Please go ahead and share it with a friend if you know that they're interested in taking a loan or they're struggling in their business. I am here to help. I am so passionate about pouring into small business owners. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so that you stay on top of all the videos that I release for small business owners.